Happy birthday, Scorpio. How is it going? I hope you're doing amazing. So, I had to see you before I could start these readings for your season, especially your reading in particular. I had to see you. And I saw you. And I understood. It's that thing that Virgos and Scorpios have, that ability, I guess, to see in the dark, see through the dark. And it really made me understand. I don't need to see you. I feel you. You feel me. I've always said, it's really funny, Scorpio. You, whenever you're ready for a reading, from me in particular, I feel your pull. Ruby, we're ready. Read for me. Tell me what I need to know. Firstly, I love the fact that you think of me so highly, that you trust what I have to say, knowing that just like yourself, this really is advice for those who can see through the dark, see in the dark. It's not a quality that a lot of people have. But what that does for a Virgo like me, who, let's say, is perhaps the ghost, is that while I am wandering around through all of these different realms and dimensions, I have to make sure that all of the information that I gather for you, and it's served so entirely differently to how it's served to everyone else, kind of served and catered to you in a way that I know that you'll see it, you'll know it, you'll feel it. Here we are in your season, and there's this new moon taking place in your sign on the 1st of November. And I think you know, Scorpio, that the transformation has already begun and has been going on. And so here we are with this official closing out of old cycles and this very official beginning of the very new. What has gone can't and shouldn't probably be resurrected. But what is a very, very fertile landscape to move forward with. Now, as the seasons normally depict, this perhaps isn't the time for sowing any brand new seeds, if anything. This is really one of those times where you get to rest, imagine, visualize, manifest, create. But you sow those seeds internally, in your mind, preparing for the new year to come. Preparing, I guess, first and foremost to get through this winter. To come to a complete standstill before moving forward again. And I feel like that's what this new moon is very much in preparation of. It's a very severe ending and a new beginning all in one. Mercury leaves your sign on the 2nd and enters the sign of Sagittarius. This gives you a bit more flexibility to be able to speak a little bit more lightheartedly over matters that you know need you to stand your ground on. And as Mars enters the sign of Leo on the 3rd, the incentive and the initiative to push forward in this brand new direction that you know that this transformation is going to involve, Scorpio, you are being given the incentive, the motivation, and the inspiration to do so. Venus enters the sign of Capricorn on the 11th, and love gets pragmatic. This is the time that you double down on those relationships that you know are worth saving. And this is also that pragmatic time where you know that if it's not worth saving, there's no point in dragging around something that doesn't work for anyone. It's quite direct and it's quite savage as that. On the 12th, Saturn goes direct in the sign of Pisces. And this is actually adding to the incentive to want to make sense of things and move forward in a much more, I think, pragmatic way, while encouraging and living with and accommodating for your quirks. There is a full moon in the sign of Taurus on the 15th. And as we spoke about this full moon, the Three of Wands happened to come out after all of that shuffling. So Scorpio, where is it that you are connected to this luck, this good fortune, this karma of good things that you've done in the past? You'll be receiving good karma for them now with this full moon. Pluto happens to enter the sign of Aquarius on the 19th, and now for the next 20 years, shall we say, this is absolutely the rebellion. This is absolutely the new age, where we are watching empires fall. There is this new vision for the world, and your season very much is closing out with this mammoth change. So I want this to kind of set the theme for your month for you, Scorpio. You have done some things in the past that are going to be showing up for you in ways that will feel like support, that will feel like the help is there when you need it, which I think with Saturn going direct in Pisces is very much about that. The moon card, here we go. I love how these synchronicities work. Okay, Scorpio, for your new moon, I need you to pay attention for where it is that you are now receiving good karma for things that you had done previously, things that you may have written off. There is still things that are hidden, Scorpio, that if I were you, I would let your season and the mystery that it comes with just take its course. I would see what it is that you can do, Scorpio, to channel in more so to your feminine, intuitive, receptive energy. This is a new moon, Scorpio, where you are really going to be asked to see where it is that you can be a little bit patient with the process. You can maybe see what it is that you need to do to work with receiving, and where it is that you may have talked yourself out of receiving certain goods or certain benefits, where things may have been hidden from you. I think it is now time with this new moon, Scorpio, for you to set some form of intentions about where it is that you know that you would like 2025 to go. The deck that we are using is I'll leave the details in the description box. The Deviant Moon, there we go. The Fool card. There's new beginnings all over this, Scorpio. You are, I think, stepping into a brand new cycle, a brand new phase, a brand new opportunity. And you're being asked to be really quite lighthearted, really quite nonchalant, really quite carefree about the finicky processes, the extra processes that we sometimes take on to occupy excessive energy that really does need to be channeled into oneness, illumination, and intuition. There's something here about you expecting good news and being in that frame of mind, Scorpio. You are being told to drop the baggage, drop the burdens, just really let it go as much as possible. And with this moon here, moon card here, there is things that you might need to illuminate in this darkness of this new moon. Devil card, Capricorn energy. Venus enters Capricorn. Death card, there it is. Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Chariot card. Scorpio, I feel like there is a Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There's a risk, Scorpio, that you're going to have to take on really detaching yourself from relationships that you know have been hooked into you, into your energy, and have acted almost vampiric, almost like energy vampire energy, where it's almost like if you are to surrender to the moment, if you are really to surrender to something, you know, higher than you, a power higher than you, if you really are to like stop trying to take on everything yourself and let God and the universe kind of like do its thing, you might find that this need to micromanage, where right now what you're really being asked to do is take the transformation as incentive enough to know that the initiative that you need, the motivation that you need, the incentive that you need right now is going to come the more willing you are to operate from the heart space. The heart being like the most powerful magnet in our bodies. The frequency, the electromagnetic frequencies that radiate from our heart space, literally we carry a meter outside of us, circumference wise. Like, you're surrounded by this energy, and you're almost being asked to stop all the extra processes and take action in direction of opening your heart, because there is something about home here, Cancer sign. I feel like Page of Cups, there is some sort of invitation that either you're making or you're receiving in regards to the home space. And what this means is you knowing that there's some form of good karma on its way back to you. This is something good that you've done in the past that's going to show up for you now. This new moon really is a time where you've got to trust that what you don't know yet or what you don't see yet is almost saying to you, drop the baggage, drop the weight, drop all of these extra finicky add-on processes, all of this worrying about like completely irrelevant stuff. Find that that's the devil behind that. Do you know what I mean? And he's going to suck your energy and pull you in directions that you don't need to go into. So really set yourself free of a lot of these unnecessary processes or a lot of this unnecessary baggage that you might be carrying around. This is a transformation, Scorpio. And in your season, the fact that your own card came up like this is saying, embrace the transformation. It's about you taking inspired action and initiative from a full heart kind of place. Because if it's home and if it's about home, it's you, the power that you're generating through that heart space, and the energy that is coming out of that heart space, the energy that's being radiated out of that heart space, is what is going to complete the cycle of home. What does home mean to you, Scorpio? Who does home mean to you? Safety, stability, assurance, camaraderie, support, love, warmth. With this new moon, make a list of all of the things that you know that you want this home situation to represent for you and how you then wish it to transpire in your life. Page of Cups. I feel like you have offerings of love that are really going to come back in a really result-oriented kind of way. Scorpio, I love talking with you. If you enjoyed the reading, do give it a thumbs up. Consider joining. Book a reading with me, rubyreadstarot.com.